Hello, 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 everyone, one and all. Hello. Oh wait, hello, 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 one and all. It's your girl, um, a basic chick. So I wanted to come on in here and talk about, what's going on in the world today. Uh, Bad to worse, honey. Let's go in that order. Okay, you want to hear it? Here it goes. So we were talking about farewell yesterday. I want to say Falwell and Becky with an I, his wife, Becky with an I, and how they was on the freak train, honey. They was on the freak train to Georgia, baby. Really to Miami, but whatever. With they little pool boy porn fantasy. So latest news on that. Follow up to the follow up on that one. So remember how I said, okay, he had a little bit of nepotism going on. And he inherited the position of being CEO of the Catholic school until all this strife and struggle came out. Because they asked us, he was doing some old weird shit where, he was like, oh yeah, y'all can speak y'all opinion down to the Christian church. Then he said, never mind, scratch that. No, you can't. Don't you come up in here with that foolishness telling me, that you got thoughts and you want to do your own thing. Like that ain't how that shit rocks. So, they was looking at him, but then the pool boy came out and said, I'm fucking the wife and he watching. Now, quiet as is kept, that these are allegations, because I don't, this is just what they reporting. I think, if you that big of a freak, honey, what's to say you weren't fucking a pool boy too? But that's just my own personal thoughts. Those are allegations. That is not truth. But I wouldn't be surprised if the pool boy come back and be like, you know what? He wasn't watching. He didn't join the damn thing, honey. I was sticking my fingers in his booty and everything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. So, I bring him up and there is an update on him because, okay, you didn't inherit this position, but also when you walked away from the position, you walked away with $10 million. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a moment of silence for that. So, as a moral individual of the community and as a CEO of a Christian college, you just walk away with $10 million. Where the fuck did $10 million come from? I thought colleges were on struggle bus. Where the fuck the 10 million? Y'all got $10 million to just give away at colleges? Y'all ain't want to reinvest that shit into the damn students so they don't have to walk away with all that damn debt? Where the fuck the $10 million come from? Are you gonna get taxed on that shit? Like, I was just like, well, if that ain't a damn golden damn parachute, I don't know what the hell is. Well, shit, I hope I could walk away from my job and get $10 million after going, having me a whole ass swingers party with a pool boy. Shit, I need to do better. Clearly, I'm not doing the right thing. Or I am, and that shit ain't getting me nowhere. Okay, where's my husband so he can watch me get fucked by the pool boys so then he can lose his damn job and get the $10 million golden parachute? Okay. I just was wondering and wanted to bring that out there to the people. Not that anybody gave a damn, because this type of thing happens every day. So second thing I wanted to kind of go in on. So we went from bad to worse. This is a good, but it's bad all wrapped in one. Those two things can exist both simultaneously. So, Doc Rivers. Shout out to Doc Rivers. Did not know who this man was. I feel like I say this all the time, but I didn't. I don't watch sports. Did not know who this man was, but hats off to you. Salute to you, brother, for using your platform in a positive way to speak for the unspoken people, to speak for the disenfranchised, to speak for those who don't have that kind of platform, to speak for Black people. So Doc Rivers came out. Who Doc Rivers is he's the LA Clippers coach. I don't watch sports, so surprise to me. So he basically came out and had a very emotional, frustrated speech, just speaking up about, the young man who was shot in Kenosha. So he spoke up and basically was like, the fuck? How is it that Donald Trump is out here, down to the RNC, and every speaker on there is talking about how they're scared of Black people and we got to keep them out of the suburbs. And they didn't necessarily say Black people, but honey, some things are just implied. Some names don't have to be spoken. Okay? We are they that shall not be named. Okay, remember in Harry Potter, they was like, he who shall not be named, but everybody knew who the fuck it was. We know who the fuck the they is. The they is Black and brown people. So anyway, the dog whistles are not dog whistles, honey. It's just a regular ass whistle with the they. So he was like, the whole damn thing was rooted in fear. However, the fucking tea is Black and brown peoples are the ones that should be in fear, because we the ones throughout history, since they brought our asses over here. First, you didn't kidnap us, okay? You kidnapped us. It may not have been current, but honey, this skin and hey, this hair, you see the honey, the horn of Africa that's on top of this head here. That did not come from the Native Americans, okay? From the indigenous people that was here. Trust me, baby. It's because y'all had to kidnap some people from West Africa to get that kind of, that kind of thing going on up there. You didn't kidnap the people, enslave them, have free labor for hundreds of years, then release them by force because white people were coming over here and they couldn't compete with the free labor from here. Started a whole fucking civil war over the shit. Then you release us with nothing. If y'all want to see how that shit look at a movie called Queen. You release us with nothing. We had nothing but the shirt on our backs. Some people did sharecropping, which was just slavery by yet another name. There's a book called that. Really good book. It kind of chronicles sharecropping as well as the 13th Amendment and the loophole in that allows you to be enslaved if you are in prison. Hint, hint, hint. Why 13% of the population makes up 75% of the prison population. Hint, hint, hint. Check it out. It's they have a documentary on YouTube, and there's also a book called Slavery by Yet Another Name. Really good. Please watch. Then we go into, Reconstruction, which is the sharecropping, so on and so forth. And there was tons of lynching, tons of killing, tons of rape. It didn't change. It didn't get better. It got a little bit better. It's like saying my husband went from beat my ass 7 days a week to beat my ass 6 days a week. I guess I get a damn day off. It's that kind of better. It's just a gradual better. He went from beat my ass with his fist to beat my ass, beat my ass with a fucking 2x4 to beat me with his fist. Still bad, We go from that to the Jim Crow era, lynching, okay? Still, being disenfranchised, being oppressed, rape, still being killed, the same thing. It got a little better, okay? Went from my husband beat me with a 2x4 to beat me with his fist to just having somebody else kick my ass. To the Jim Crow era, to, ultimately the 90s, but all along we were always disenfranchised. We were always trailing behind, just hoping and praying and asking and begging for us to be treated as American citizens, like the Constitution says. We have been the soul of America, doing the right things for a very long time. Now, granted, do we have our problems? Absolutely. But every fucking culture in America does. Every fucking culture around the world. There are bad Jews. There are bad, Native Americans. There are bad Indians. There are bad, whites. There are bad Asians. There are bad everybody. So do we have our problems? Absolutely. But is it enough to treat us the way, like, we get treated worse than animals? We get treated worse than animals at times. It's bad. So, Doc River went out there and poured his soul out and said everything that so many African Americans, because we are Americans, have said, over and over again, like, y'all treat us like shit. Like, for people to just say, oh, they're coming and they're going to take over this and they're going to take that, but yet we're getting shot in the back. We are in prison at 3 times higher than white people. The stats don't lie. We're twice as likely to die, giving childbirth. Twice as likely our children will die in infancy. Like, everything bad happens to us, but we're the fucking problem. It's the biggest projection, the biggest victim blaming. It is the biggest, what do they call it? It's a narcissistic word. I can't think of it right now, but I promise you, it is the biggest, fuck, I know the word, but I can't get it out right now. And when I get it, I'll just yell it out in the middle of whatever the fuck I'm saying. Gaslighting. It's gaslighting. No, America's no longer racist. We've moved on from that. You're no longer enslaved. No. We don't treat you bad. Y'all are bad. That's why, y'all are killing each other. It's not us killing you. As the young man, as we watch a young man get, have a knee on his neck for, 8 minutes, over 8 minutes, where we watch a young man on videotape get shot 7 times. Or when we were saying it before the videotape era, before Rodney King, that ain't happened. He was suicidal. A black person did it, or just whatever. The biggest gaslighting in history happened to African Americans and many others. So it's crazy that they scared of us, but we need to be scared of them. Because we're the ones who always die at their hands. Sure, we kill each other. But we know better than to go out there and kill. It's rare that you'll see a black person kill a white person. Of course, there's black on black crime, because we know if we kill y'all, ain't a chance in hell for us to make it. At least if you kill another black person, you'll probably go to prison for life. And I'm sorry, it had to be said. But for them to tell us that they're scared of us, it's just it's the biggest gaslighting, projecting that I've ever fucking seen ever. It's crazy. It's crazy making almost. It makes you think you crazy. And then he said, it's crazy that we love America so much and America hates us so much. And that shit was the realest shit I ever heard. The realest shit. I said, Doc Rivers, everything that you said, yes, plus then some. Thank you. Thank you for using your platform. So I say all that to say, he was emotional and he missed some things, in my opinion, that I would like to add on. For them to say they're going to take over our suburbs, but gentrification has been happening in DC, Harlem, all through California. They pushing us out and moving their asses in, and then like, don't come over here. This is us. It's crazy. It makes you fucking crazy. Like the shit I have seen where I'm like, hold up, this used to be the hood. Y'all done took this shit over and then want to keep us out? The insanity, it's atrocious. Like it's crazy. Again, this shit's crazy. Just like when they tell us to go back to Africa, I be like, but hold up, we can't because y'all took that shit over too. They colonized it and treated us like shit though. It's crazy. It's again the biggest projection, gaslighting, all the narcissistic words ever happened to the African Americans. Also, sorry, I got notes. The culture vulture. Bo Derek did the cornrows, aka French braids first. Bo Derek did that. Culture vulture. The ass and tan and lips and hips on them Kardashians. Culture vulture. Hell, Lil Richard always said, I started rock and roll, boo boo kitty. Don't get it twisted. Culture vulture. Rap. A lot of it, y'all love all parts of us, but don't like us. It's the craziest shit ever. It is. It's the craziest shit ever. Like, the fuck? Huh? Crazy. Crazy. It's some crazy shit. This one wasn't that funny because shit is like hella serious. And I was feeling what Doc Rivers was saying, honey. He was giving me life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. I'm here for everything he said. I'm here for it. I just wanted to get on here and just kind of get into that because that shit hit me hard, but it was so true. Like that is some of the truest. That's the realest shit ever, and it all stems from us watching us die all the time. Like, do you know how disheartening that shit is to always know that you gotta always make the right moves or else your ass will potentially be dead and be blamed for the shit. You will be blamed. It's like a woman getting her ass beat and then everybody blaming her for getting her ass beat. It is the biggest victim blaming on the planet. You will die if you make the wrong moves. And we all know. Now, I would like to point out one other thing. So in the paper, back to Kenosha. We still in Kenosha. You got protesters there. Some wrong, some right. But here's where we have been saying and being gaslight about kind of came to fruition. How everybody was like, hey, a lot of these protesters are not Black Lives Matter. They are just white kids coming over here under the guise of Black Lives Matter, saying, using this as an excuse to be destructive. And then we're getting the blame for it. 2 instances I saw. So people have started recording this white kids looting and shit. I'm not saying all the time, but they got the shit on video. They have the receipts. A lot of them times it be white kids doing it. Also in Kenosha, there was a little 17-year-old boy. Then went his ass out there and shot 2 people. Well, shot 3, killed 2. 1 is injured. They have video recording and receipts and everything of the protesters trying to stop the little boy, but he had a rifle. He's shooting them. Then when the police come, they're like, hey, that little boy was shooting us. He has a gun. He walks past with a gun slung around his shoulder and waltzes past like nothing's wrong. This seems to be a trend. Again, this is why people are upset. You can't be perplexed that a whole people are upset when statistically we have been abused. Statistically and historically abused. So you can't get mad at us for being frustrated and upset. And then we're continually taken advantage of. We can't even have a fucking movement to talk about our frustration without it being taken over and used for ill intentions. It's crazy. It is the craziest shit. It's like the Me Too movement being taken over by men in fucking dresses and they start doing reckless shit and tearing up shit and shit. And then they blame the women. Shit's crazy. So that's enough of my rant. It wasn't funny today. It was kind of serious. Do actually have a shout out today though. I want to shout out. So I've been looking on YouTube and viewing different sites. So there is a site, because again, what do I say? The great late Dr. John Henry Clark always says that history is a people's political time of day. It shows them where they've been and where they need to go. So there is a YouTube blogger by the name of Hometown History. Really, 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 really smart dude. Has like very, very obscure things about African history that people really don't know. And he's been on for a while. He has a nice following. So for those who are watching me, if you have not been to his YouTube channel, please, 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 please go see his YouTube channel. It's really, really, really good. He's interesting, he's intelligent, and he teaches you things that it's not the usual, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, even though great, African Americans, but it's new, it's enlightening. So hope everyone has a great day, great afternoon. I hope this video finds everyone in good spirits. And yeah, everyone enjoy your day. Bye.